Oscar Isaac starred in a Coen Brothers movie called Inside Llewyn Davis. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to Almost Sideways, a place for movie conversations. My name is Adam, and today's conversation is going to be about a Coen Brothers film called Inside Llewyn Davis, starring Oscar Isaac. I'm really excited for this one because I've never seen this. It's a first-time watch for me, and I'm really intrigued to hear your guys' takes on this. So before we get started, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube. If you guys are wanting more content and want to hear full episodes that are not just this one little review, but a full bigger episode, make sure you guys check out our podcast on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and Pandora, where you can hear my episodes as well as Terry, Zach, and Todd as well. Really excited for today's episode. Inside Llewyn Davis. Never seen it before. Coen Brothers really do a lot of good work in their films. I've seen a lot of good Coen Brothers movies. I don't know why I missed out on this one. As I was watching Inside Llewyn Davis the other day, I got completely engrossed in the world that these filmmakers have created. So let's dive into this conversation here. This movie is an hour and 44 minutes long, and it is rated R, which I was kind of shocked that it is rated R for some reason. I wasn't expecting that, but it is a drama, and it has a lot of great music in it too. The synopsis here on IMDb states it's a week in the life of a young singer as he navigates the Greenwich Village folk scene of 1961. So immediately right there, based off a synopsis, it puts me in a time and place that I've never been in, don't know too much about, so immediately gets me invested there. And being a first-time watch, I never watched it. I can't remember if I ever seen a trailer, and I never read that synopsis before until then. And I'm not 100% sure based off that synopsis if that's something I would be kind of interested in. I think what really would get me invested in here, and especially that's one reason why I'm doing this episode, is because it's the Coen Brothers. It's Oscar Isaac starring, so it's talent that has piqued my interest over the course of my life. This movie also stars Oscar Isaac, of course, as Llewyn Davis. Also a really good performance by Carey Mulligan here. One of my favorites. I really liked her in Promising Young Woman. I think we do have a review up on the channel, so make sure you guys check that review up there. Also, John Goodman shows up. Garrett Hedlund shows up. Justin Timberlake. We have a performance from Adam Driver very briefly, and a very weird performance there. Stark Sands shows up. There's a lot of other little talented actors that do pump up here. Again, this is directed by the Coen Brothers and is also written by the Coens as well. Weirdly, though, it says here directed by Ethan Coen and Joel Coen on IMDb. And it says written by Joel Coen and Ethan Coen. They kind of swapped them. I'm not 100% sure it's interesting, but I need this to say. What I really love about this movie is that you follow this up-and-coming singer, Oscar Isaac, and it is told in a way that can't help but keep your interest and keep your focus to the screen. I have a habit of sometimes keeping notes as I'm watching movies, and I kind of maybe lose my focus a little bit on the screen, but I was glued to the screen as this movie progressed the runtime. And Oscar Isaac has my attention a lot of the time when I'm seeing his movies, but I feel like the Coen Brothers really got me invested in this world. This is unlike anything really that I have seen them do. Obviously, I think they're known for the comedies like Burn After Reading, which, funnily enough, we did just drop a review for that, so check that out. The another, I guess, the one that isn't really a comedy is No Country for Old Men that I really love. That's a top 100 movie for me, and obviously they have a really good way of making these comedies, these dark humor comedies, but also like really good dramatical works that are engaging and keeps your attention. And I'm watching Llewyn Davis and this cat, and as he journeys from place to place to different homes that he has to stay in, to different venues that he's performing at, and completely engaged in this performance in this world in Greenwich Village of 1961. It's really interesting to see these different characters interact and seeing the confliction between Carey Mulligan and Oscar Isaac as they're having their back and forth conversation about a possible pregnancy. And obviously Carey Mulligan's with a different man played by Justin Timberlake, and seeing the dynamics between the three of them is really interesting. And seeing Justin Timberlake in this, he kind of lights up the room, and he's one of the more positive characters in the whole movie, where everybody else is kind of more dark and cynical. Really had this really awesome sequence with John Goodman here that got me a little annoyed by the character of Goodman, but also is like wanted to hear more that he what he had to say. It was kind of really interesting there. Garrett Hedlund plays Johnny Five, I believe, the driver of John Goodman here. He has not really much to do, but it's interesting to see him there. But Adam Driver is the interesting one. Obviously, we know him. We love Adam Driver here on the channel, and he plays Al Cody. He is one of the guys that does lend the his house for Llewyn Davis estate, but he also is introduced in this trio band. I guess they throw together with Justin Timberlake and Adam Driver, and then they invite Oscar Isaac's Llewyn Davis character to sing this one song. He has some really funny dialogue there. He has some really funny vocal talent that he adds to this track. Really great scene. If we were doing a top scenes of this year 2013, that might have to be up there as a top scene for me. It's at least in the conversation. Really funny stuff there with wow. Anyway, I don't know the whole song, but it's funny to hear Adam Driver do these little melodies here. Some things that I wanted to kind of expand more was I kind of wanted this movie to be a little longer. You know, it plays really well, an hour 45. I wanted to see like more of the dynamic between this family he does stay with, that because Oscar Isaac's character Llewyn Davis was had a partner where he was an act with another singer who, as we slowly find out, he committed suicide by jumping off of the George Washington Bridge, which I don't understand why you would do the jump off the George Washington Bridge. You would jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. But anyway, it was interesting to see the dynamic there. Maybe I get a flashback of their time singing together would have been kind of interesting, but maybe that would change the vibe of the movie. But the big highlight of this whole entire film experience was hearing these amazing songs that I kind of wanted to download on my phone, which after this review, after I'm done recording, I'm definitely going to download some of these songs on my phone and listen to them because they're really good melodies. And yeah, they're folk songs. That's really not the genre of music that I really listen to or resonate with. But there's something about maybe the talent involved and Oscar Isaac singing these songs that got me into it. And I really enjoyed this movie. Out of the couple movies I've done first time watches with, I think this is one of my favorites. I don't know if it's my favorite of the year first time watch that is yet, but it's definitely up there. And I gotta say, this is an easy 3.5 star film for me. It's really so close from 4 stars. I think maybe if I watch this again, I'm giving this 4 stars. But Inside Llewyn Davis, such an awesome, powerful film that from the Coen Brothers. I really liked this one a lot. This one really resonated with me. Let's dive in here. It came out January 10th, 2014. So it got a wide release in the 2014, but I believe it also, let's see here. I think it got a limited release in the States here. I'm trying to find, a film festival in 2013. A couple little AFI film festivals in November. I think this was definitely a limited run film in 2013 because it says United States January 10th, 2014. So still qualified for the Oscars that year, which I did get a couple of nominations there. But let's go to this box office. The budget for the movie was $11 million. It made $32.9 million. It did make its budget back and more. I think a lot of that had to do with the Coen Brothers and getting some of the award love and praise. I do remember back at a time 10 years ago that they were saying that Oscar Isaac was snubbed for the Oscar, which I feel like he deserves to be nominated at some point rather soon. So let's go into the awards here. It was nominated for 2 Oscars, Best Achievement in Cinematography. It went up against Roger Deakins in Prisoners, so we do know that already. I did not win there, but it also got achievement in sound mixing, which is not a category anymore. That's just sound editing. But only 2 nominations there for the Oscars. Also got a couple nominations at the BAFTAs, Best Original Screenplay for the Coens, Best Cinematography, and Best Sound. No wins there either. Did it win anything? You got a lot of... Okay, the AFI Awards, it did win for Movie of the Year. Alliance of Women in Film Journalists also gave this a winner for Best Film Score. A couple nominations here. They nominated Oscar Isaac here, and they nominated the Best Director for the Coens. A lot of nominations. I don't see a whole lot of wins, though. There's a winner. Boston Society of Film Critics, Best Use of Music in a Film. That was the only nomination there, but won. Not a whole lot of wins, but a really solid film here. Anyway, what did you guys think of Inside Llewyn Davis? That's my quick thoughts and takes on the film. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I cannot wait to revisit this one. I definitely need to pick up the Criterion of this movie and dive into the superlatives on the disc there too. But anyway, let me know in the comments section down below what you guys thought. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Check out the audio podcast streaming on Spotify, Stitcher, and Pandora. Again, my name is Adam. Looking forward to have a good conversation in the comments section with you guys on Inside Llewyn Davis. Until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye.